could you? Misery Chastain cannot be dead. I don't want her spirits! I murdered her!
First, we have Stephen King's Misery, and we all know the infamous scene where Kathy Bates takes this sledgehammer and does this to James Caan's ankles. But in the book, she doesn't use a sledgehammer, she uses an axe, and she removes his foot and then cauterizes it with a blowtorch.
There is nothing to worry about. You're gonna be just fine. I'm your #1 fan.
Yikes. Next, we have Stephen King's The Mist. And spoiler alert, if you don't remember this crazy twist ending, after feeling like there was no hope left, this main character Mercy unalived everyone in his group, including his own son. But to make it even worse, seconds later, help and rescue came, making his sacrifice worth nothing. But in the book, there is no assisted suicide. They just drive off into the mist, hopeful of what's ahead. Personally, I prefer the movie ending on this one. Next, we have Stephen King's Carrie. And again, we have another movie made famous by its infamous final scene. Carrie wouldn't be Carrie without prom night and the events that inevitably led to her mental breakdown. Ultimately, prom night was Carrie's last straw. But unlike the movie, in the book, Carrie did not start the destruction on stage. Instead, once they dropped the pig's blood on her, she ran out of the building humiliated. And from there, she destroyed everyone while watching from the windows. But again, I think the movie got it right with this one, because Carrie wouldn't be Carrie without that gym scene. It was the moment where everyone who said she was weak saw her real power, and she looked them in the eyes while she did it.
Carrie.
Also, in the book, she didn't destroy the town, she just went straight home. So, again, I think the movie got it right. And next, we have the iconic character who has made people fear clowns for decades, It. When you think of Stephen King's It, you think of Pennywise the Clown. I mean, we all know the infamous scene where a kid gets coerced into a storm drain with a stranger. But to be fair, who wouldn't trust that face? But Pennywise isn't technically a clown. He's an embodiment of fear. And in the 1138 pages in the book, he does appear as a clown, but he also appears as many other entities. But regardless, Pennywise is iconic and definitely the stuff nightmares are made of. And last but not least, Cujo. Poor dog. But no, I'll make this quick. Basically, Tad, who's the little boy in this scene, is being saved by his mother. She gives him mouth to mouth, and ultimately, it saves his life. A happy ending. But in the book, not so much. In the book, Tad does not make it. So if you made it this far, tell me in the comments if you think this ending was a better ending than the book. I mean, sometimes I appreciate a good happy ending that just gives the viewers what they want. But then movies like Carrie and The Mist are remembered for their destructive final scenes. But ultimately, Stephen King has had an immense impact on the world of film and literature.